All right, guys, what's up? Check it out. So we are actually going into our colubrid breeding season. We're just putting them all down for brumation. They're all behind me right now. That's going to be the bull snakes, pine snakes, rat snakes, king snakes, all the colubrids that we have right here. They're all going down for brumation. So as the year begins, just like that, we actually like to do something that we started last year, and this is testing all of our colubrids. Now we're testing them for something called cryptosporidium. So that is a disease or a parasite that actually eats at their intestines inside, and you want to make sure your colubrids don't have that, especially having such a large collection and sometimes bringing in new animals. You always want to test to make sure you're bringing out the healthiest animals possible, and that's what I honestly think is being a responsible keeper, responsible breeder, and responsible seller. So that's something we're going over today. So right here, I have these little test kits. You can get them off of Research Associates Laboratory or RAL, and they're online. They test for reptiles and all sorts of animals, amphibians, stuff like that, guys. So we just use it for reptiles because that's all we do. And behind me, you guys see I actually put all these blue pieces of tape right there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and mark them with their SKU codes while they're getting tested. Put a SKU code on here, and then we print out the RAL lab sheet, and then there's a panel test where you can test for nido, crypto, sunshine virus, all this other stuff. And we go ahead and test all of them just like that. So when they come out of brumation, we're pairing them. We're making sure that we're not actually spreading any kind of diseases whatsoever. Anything that does have a disease, and we haven't had that, thankfully. If something did have that, what you are going to have to do, I've heard it before, you're going to have to put it down. And as much as that sucks, it's again being a responsible person when it comes to your collection. Unless you're a home keeper and you just have one, then you can probably do some other stuff, but I won't get into that just because personally I'm gonna end up putting it down because I can't risk a whole collection like this whatsoever. There's a lot of animals in here, and between myself and TL Constrictors, we easily have a little over 600 animals inside this facility, which is too much to risk, guys. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how it is I test these animals. I'm gonna show you guys, me marking them, obviously, me drinking my Starbucks right here, because you need that to wake up in the morning, right? So there we go. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna show you guys that exactly. Make sure you have a clean pair of gloves. Make sure you have somewhere to sanitize yourself in between new snakes and whatnot. And that's it, guys. There you go. Let's check it out. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and grab our snake. Right here, we have a nice Stillwater Hypo Albino bull snake that we've had for 2.5 years since we started breeding bull snakes. And this guy has been an awesome powerhouse male right here. He's just been putting in so much work. He's a little bit on the smaller side, but this guy pounds food. This guy definitely puts in work when it comes to breeding, because I think this male bred like 3 or 4 females last season back to back. It was insane. But here we go. Check this out. So here is the little test right here, or what is it called? A little swab right here. And we're just gonna break that open. Just like so. You have this little piece right there. We're going to insert that into the cloaca. And what you do with the cloaca right here, you want to be pretty gentle with this because you don't want to hurt the snake, obviously. But you're going to go ahead and grab that area right there where you guys can see that cloaca. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Again, be pretty gentle about this. You're not trying to hurt the snake whatsoever or piss it off. This should be a very gentle, easygoing process. You're going to insert that in to the tail right there, or the cloaca again, which might be a little bit difficult. It's not going to be easy. Honestly, it's definitely not easy for me sometimes. Some snakes are easier than others, but this one definitely not being too easy right now. Now, we got it inside there. That is disgusting. He is musking everywhere right now, and I am literally just going in there just like so. Take that out. This smells so nasty. This is why we wear gloves. And bam, just like that, we have a whole test done. I'm gonna go ahead and put this snake back into his enclosure, just like so, where he wants to be. That is so nasty, it's all over me now. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this right there for the second being. And now we're gonna change gloves, because this is exactly why I wear gloves. That is disgusting right there. So there you go, new gloves. Wash my hands real quick, get on some new gloves, and on to the next snake. All right, so now that we're done with that, we have everything ready to be shipped out, basically. We have these numbered. We have each one of these vials right here, or again, little tubes that have the swabs inside of them. The swabs, they're all ready just like that. They're numbered accordingly to which snake it is. And now all we're gonna do is actually go ahead, print out this label that I'm gonna be showing on the screen right here. So you guys should be able to see that right now. We're gonna mark exactly what we need, which is our address, our name, our credit card information, or however you're paying right here, and then what kind of test we're gonna do, which should be, I'm saying this while I'm gonna pull this screen up, so I believe it's the bottom left where it says the panel test for all of that kind of stuff. It's like $50 or something like that. We're gonna see that right now, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. On the back of the paper, once we print out that paper and everything's marked down, we're gonna actually mark all the numbers that are on here for each animal accordingly, what they are, so that way they know exactly what we're testing for with all those things on the back right there. And then all we're gonna do is ship that out through FedEx. That's overnight. It should be like 80 bucks, 90 bucks, depending where you're at. And then we're gonna wait for the answer, the response, and REL Labs is gonna give us an email or a call, any of which you pick. I believe you get an email regardless, and you get all the paperwork with which one is tested for. All of them should be tested about the same time, honestly, so you should get the answers all at the same time. And then you're able to be happy and make sure all your animals are fine. This is, again, the second season we're doing this. It's a really awesome way to kind of offer that guarantee and kind of a premium on what you do as a breeder. So then when you're putting your stuff out there, you can tell people, hey, you know, we test all of our animals. We know that they're super safe and everything that comes from us is really safe, which is a really nice thing to be able to do, because let's say someone's collection gets some sort of disease, right? And the last animal they bought was from you. They're probably gonna immediately wanna blame you, but you're able to kind of say like, hey, you know what, all of our animals are tested. Here's, you know, the list of it if you want to show them, or, you know, if they see videos like this, they're able to see that you do that kind of stuff, and it kind of weans you out of the problem, and it kind of pushes it back to, well, it's probably someone else, more than likely, you know, someone that wasn't keeping as good or isn't taking care of their animals as good, something like that, you know. And I'm not trying to be mean about it, but again, there's responsible breeders and there's people who aren't so responsible, and you might not do this already. So if you're not already doing this, I'm not calling you an irresponsible breeder or anything, but maybe this is something you should think of doing, especially if you have a larger collection. You know, it's just a safer route about it. It's, you know, a small investment to make sure that you have peace of mind, your customers have peace of mind, and again, it kind of adds a premium onto what you're doing with your breeding. So I think that's a really good thing. You should definitely, if you're a breeder, try this out. REL Labs. I'm actually going to put their link at the bottom of the description, as well as my Instagram, my Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. But yeah, guys, that's it really. Other than that, I'm gonna have all of this shipped out real soon. Really awesome way to make sure your collection is safe. I just want to share this with you guys. I don't think enough people share this because they're kind of afraid to show it, or people don't do it. Honestly, not a lot of people do this. And yeah, I just hope it's a really good way, and we can kind of spread this awareness, and more people can start getting in the habit of doing it. And that way we wean out a lot of people that have, you know, certain diseases in their collection or stuff like that, and you're able to, you know, stay safer when you're purchasing. So if you like this video, I appreciate the thumbs up on it, the likes, drop some comments if you guys want to see some other type of videos. If I didn't leave enough details of this or something, go ahead and ask me a question. If I'm not responding to the YouTube, I will respond quicker if you message me on Instagram at s.b.reptiles. It'll be right here so you guys can see that. And go ahead and message me if you have any questions about it. I'm more than happy to help. REL Labs is fantastic for answering their phone. So if you call their phone number, and you guys will see that online, again, I'm going to drop their link in the description. They're super awesome at answering any questions as well, guys. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.